Hey, what is going on YouTube? David here, bringing you guys another YouTube video. Now today, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about something different. Now it's really unfortunate, and I wish I didn't have to bring you guys this video, but I do. I feel like it's my duty and my obligation to do this for my viewers and for anybody who's watching. If I can save you guys some headache and some anger, frustration, whatever it is, some time, some money even, then this video would have been worth it. It's in regards to a recent service experience that my girlfriend and I had at a service center. Now, as you guys know, my girlfriend and I both have Tesla Model 3s. Unfortunately though, both of our cars are having some issues with creaking or some sort of popping noise, creaking noise, squeaking noise, whatever it is, coming from somewhere in our car. In her case, it's in the rear seats. In my case, it's somewhere along the passenger side of my seat. I don't know where it's coming from, I don't know what it is, but we both have similar problems. We took our cars in for servicing last month and had an absolutely horrendous experience. And I want to stress that this is not me trying to roast Tesla or, you know, saying their cars are shit or just talking bad about Tesla. I love my car. I've had a great experience with my car. The only problem that I have is with the service center. And the sole purpose of me doing this video is I just wanted to warn my viewers. I wanted to warn whoever I can. Kind of just a heads up, if I can help anybody save some time or save trouble of going through the headaches that my girlfriend and I are going through right now, I will have been successful in my eyes. And again, this is nothing against Tesla. This is just against that one service center that took both of our cars in for service and provided us with the worst possible experience ever. In a moment, you guys are gonna find out why I'm doing this video. And I know I was supposed to do my accessories video, but I chose to do this one first because, like I said, this is like a time-sensitive thing. Like, if I can even help one person avoid the headaches, avoid the frustration, then, like I said, then this video would have been worth it. My whole goal is to try to just help people and try to give advice, warn people, so that they don't have to experience the same things that I had to go through. Before I begin though, this channel is all about documenting my Tesla ownership experience as a new Tesla Model 3 Performance owner. That means all the potential goods and all the potential bads. I wanted to lay this out there. Unfortunately, in this case, this is a very bad thing. I also do plan on doing some tech videos and also some vlogging in the future. If you guys find my video informative or even in the slightest bit helpful or even in the slightest bit entertaining, I make a lot of stupid jokes sometimes jokes that only I would laugh at. I know. Then please consider subscribing to my channel and leave a like on the video so I know it's good. And a little bit of background story. My girlfriend received her car in September of last year, and when she first picked up her car, her frunk was terribly misaligned. Like, it was literally like that. The service center said it's not a big deal. You can accept the car if you want to, and you can put in a service request because it's within the first 100 miles. It's considered like a new car and, you know, manufacturer's defect or something like that, and it's an easy fix. So she took delivery of the car. Besides the front misalignment, the car was more so in pretty good shape. So she got her car fixed at a different location one time, and it was acceptable. That's part one, that's the background. So fast forward a couple months. My girlfriend's car starts creaking in the back. Now this started probably in like January of this year. It's making some sort of rattling, creaking, squeaking noise. It started off really soft, like you could barely hear it, but as time went by, it started getting a little bit more and more loud and a little bit more serious. And she still wasn't 100% satisfied with her front alignment. So she's like, you know what the heck, let's send it in for service, get the back looked at, and also get the front re-looked at. Right? Simple. Eventually, we became a little concerned and we scheduled a service appointment at the second location. This is different from the first location because it was a little bit more convenient, and I took delivery of my car there and it wasn't so bad. So we decided to just go there. Anyways, big mistake. So our car was brought in on a happy Monday afternoon of March 14th. When we got there, she went off on her own and she test drove with the advisor to kind of confirm the squeaking noises coming from the back. So my girlfriend's on a kind of like a test drive with the Tesla advisor now. She's trying to reenact, like, you know, all the creaks and sounds that she was talking about, like the rattling. Because I guess that's what Tesla makes you do to make sure that it's actually there. And then we went about our day, and the service advisor just kind of left us in the dark for like 2 days until they said the front was fixed. And this is where things start going bad. They also told us that the creaking noises coming from the back of her car was because of a trash bag accessory that we had on her car. A trash bag accessory. 2 days. Tesla technicians, Tesla certified experts, $201 an hour for labor. 2 days, trash bag. Elon, I need to work for you. If you guys are charging $201 or whatever, 200 something dollars an hour for labor, for your guys to diagnose that, I can work for you too. Hit me up. I need a job. Anyways, obviously my girlfriend and I had our doubts, like, hey, are you serious? Like, it's just that thing? And we've been like worrying about this for months. Like, it was just that. But since they're the experts, right? They're the experts and they're trained for this. What do we know, right? We're just consumers and we don't know anything about the car and anything like that. Honestly, we were so embarrassed. We were like, oh my gosh, we can't believe we wasted everybody's time. Somebody else could have had our appointment and, you know, a more serious issue could have been solved versus us, you know, it's just a silly trash bag. We felt so embarrassed, we felt so stupid, and we laughed it off. So we went over that night and we were thinking like the Tesla employees must think we're idiots because we took the car in for service when it was just a simple trash bag. It was our own fault, you know? So we happily went in that night to pick up her car. And I kid you not, the moment I turned on the car and I started driving, right as I just went forward to turn out of the parking lot, this creaking started going off like nobody's business. It was there the whole time and there's no stopping at all. It was just as bad, if not worse. It was at that moment that I was just like, they didn't do anything to fix this car. We were both upset and we drove home. When we got home, things started getting worse. We found out that the trunk was actually more misaligned than it was when it went in for service. On top of all this, in the back of her car, because she has white interior, there was actually dirty fingerprint, dirty handprint on there, and it was just disgusting. And it took my girlfriend a lot of baby wipes to get that stuff off. So we were already very unhappy with just our first interaction. But wait, it gets worse. So we messaged the advisor, right? We messaged the advisor, and on a scale of 1 to 10, we were probably like 7.5 unhappy, right? I kind of went off on her. I said, why are you wasting our time? Why are you wasting your own time? Why are you wasting your technician's time when this problem wasn't even fixed? Our car is in worse shape than it was when we sent it into you. This is not service. The lady completely ignored all feedback, didn't apologize, didn't even acknowledge what had happened, and she just said, you know what, bring your car in again next week at 10 a.m. and then we'll try to make it right. I'll take another day off of work, and this time I'm gonna explain to the advisor what's up with the car so that we can document everything. And now my anger level is like at an 8. So again, fast forward, it's now Monday, 10 a.m. We show up on time. We try to go to a different person because, to be honest, I was still pretty unhappy about the advisor and about the service that we received in the first interaction. And plus, the lady ignored us anyway when we came in. So what? Anger level 8.5 now. So I vented off to this new guy that we met. He took good care of us. He was patient. He listened to everything that I had to say. And then we went on a test drive again, and this time with me. It took the guy 5 seconds to hear that creaking, and he's just like, okay, we're done. He said nothing sounded normal. It's definitely not a trash bag. He even laughed at that diagnosis. He can definitely visually see that the front is misaligned. Perfect. Let me set your appointment for 2 weeks out. 2 weeks out? The person told us to come back at 10 a.m. today so why did you tell us to come back? Anyways, we didn't want to deal with the old service advisor anymore. You know what? Set us an appointment for 2 weeks out and then we'll come back. But we want to just work with you now because you kind of understand what is going on with our case, right? And the guy was very nice. He's very compassionate about the shitty service that we received so far and wanted to make amends, so you know what, we were okay with it. You know, my car was out in the front. I asked him like, hey, can you take a look at my car too? Because I have some creaking noises and my front is a little bit weird how I need to use excessive pressure to close it, and it doesn't feel right to me when I compare it to my girlfriend's car. And he tried it out and he said, yeah, there's definitely something wrong and it's a little bit excessive, and you know what, we should get that fixed and taken a look at too. He heard my creaking noise, he wrote that into, told me he noted everything, and he actually moved my appointment up under his name for that same Thursday, March 24th. That was 3 days out. I was actually very pleased with his service, and he was very nice, and he understood, and he was very compassionate. He even gave me some little quick insider things about Tesla and working there and the quality and all that stuff that I actually really wanted to look forward to sharing with you guys as my viewers, so I was pretty happy with it. So we just finished up at the Tesla service center. Her car is coming back in service for next week. My car is coming in here for this week. So I'll report back to you guys on what happens. They resubmitted the case for the car and they're going to take a look and try to fix the problem this time. I feel a lot more confident handing in our cars to him. I'm gonna assume that our problems are gonna get fixed this time, so I'll probably have to report back to you guys once everything is done. So maybe drop my anger level down to a 7. Speaking of caring about you guys, I want to take a moment to thank all of you guys for so much support that I've gotten so far. It means the world to me when I receive good feedback about my video. It's a huge confidence booster, especially for someone who's just starting out and who's not very confident in my videos. So thank you all so much for supporting me, and I'm gonna continue doing this for you guys. Shout out to Brian, shout out to Rob, shout out to El-Chan, just to name a few for their support. It truly means a lot to me, and it gives me a motivation to keep on going and to do the best for you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. It started off as a New Year's resolution just to start a YouTube channel. It's kind of become a little community, and it's the greatest feeling ever. Again, thank you all so much. Moving on, so fast forward to my appointment on Thursday. I show up at 8 a.m. confident and ready to go. Good morning, guys. Today is service day for my car. My appointment's at 8 a.m. I gotta get there as soon as I can because I have to go to work right away. Fingers crossed they don't misdiagnose my car like they did for my girlfriend. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can also get a loaner because I really don't want to be Ubering for the next 3 days like the first time as well. We'll see what happens. I'm really tired. I'm gonna see if I can grab a Starbucks on my way to work. I can still hear that creaking. That thing is annoying. My car is going in for service because I have this creaking noise, which you guys may or may not hear. In my mind though, I really hope they don't mess up my frunk too, because they actually messed up my girlfriend's car the last time they brought it in for service. Their frunk of her car became worse. And then get this, the guy wasn't even there. I looked for him and asked where he was, and they said, oh yeah, he doesn't even get in until 9 a.m. So the dude scheduled me an appointment at a time that he's not even working, and I have to be at work by like 8:30, 8:40. Anger and frustration level, 7.5. And the lady who took care of my girlfriend's car came up to me, and I'm just, in my mind, I'm just like, shit. I explained the situation that Mr. So-and-so made an appointment with me for 8 a.m. and he's not here. But he wrote down all my concerns and all the information and notes from our test drive that we did on Monday. Not only was she not there, but this lady was like, we need to re-verify everything. She was the lady that helped out my girlfriend. And I knew she was rude, and I knew she was unhelpful, and I knew she had an attitude problem. But actually interacting with her, it was worse. She insisted that I have to show her everything or else they can't take the car in. So I tried to tell her about the frunk, and I tried to tell her about my seat. And the frunk, she just denied everything. Everything is normal. Of course you need pressure to close the frunk. Yes, I know that. She was super unhelpful, she was really rude, she was very impatient, and it just seemed like she would not even want to hear me out. She was really stuck up. She even called her friend over to back her up, and she was even worse. They both just reassured me there's nothing wrong with my car, and if I'm not able to re-verify everything with them, then they won't be able to take my car in because essentially there's nothing there for service. Luckily, I was kind of able to get a little bit of squeaking going on the side of my car, so they finally agreed to take the car in. They even had the audacity to tell me that I don't know how to use the front, and at this point I'm already super pissed because I've already wasted like half an hour. I was supposed to be at work already, and I've been wasting my time trying to re-verify everything while getting attitude from these ladies. I ended up having to Uber to work, and I was 45 minutes late to work. So I just got back from the Tesla service center. Absolute joke. The advisor that I had booked an appointment with wasn't even there. I ended up getting this crazy lady that helped out my girlfriend when she serviced her car. Fortunately, I had some recordings of the sounds that the car was making, and I showed them the frunk. They reassured me that, oh, that the frunk is normal. I told them about the terrible and horrendous experience I had at their location the other day. They didn't even care. They just were like, oh, okay. I don't think I ever want to go there anymore. And frankly, I feel very uncomfortable dropping off my car and getting it serviced there. Because I had spent so much time arguing and trying to show the advisors what was going on. My anger level at this point was about 9. I had a few meetings that day and I really needed to get around. So their $100 worth of Uber credits that they sent me that day was not enough. So they gave me an extra few $100s to Uber around. That was pretty good. I got to my meetings okay and everything was okay. Until the morning of the 24th, which is the day that my car was supposedly done. They took away all the Uber credits that I had. I still had like another $300 there. And no, they did not expire. I know that the vouchers can expire. This was not expired. This was canceled by issuer. They canceled my credits the day my car was ready, after I even told them that I would be going after hours to pick up my car because I need to go to work. They canceled my voucher before I went to pick up the car. I kindly sent her a message that, one, please verify that everything is fixed because I really don't want to waste my time and having to go in and do this whole process again like my girlfriend is doing. So please verify that the sound is actually fixed. I also made sure to remove all of my accessories, even paper, out of my car so they can't blame anything else, right? And number two, I wanted her to send me another Uber voucher because my Uber credits were revoked. She sent me a link and then she disappeared for like 3 hours. I tried to Uber, said it was already been claimed by somebody else. So she sent me basically a BS link. I was furious because I sat there waiting for her to respond to my message, and I finally gave up and I Ubered myself to work paying out of pocket. Now I've been late 2 days in a row. Absolute terrible experience. They just disappear after they send me the voucher that expired. Completely unresponsive for the past half an hour. Now I've called my own Uber, paid out of my own pocket, and now I'm gonna be 30 minutes late for work. She finally responded. She didn't apologize, she didn't do anything. She just sent me another link. She absolutely ghosted me for a few hours. And Uber wasn't able to switch the payment method like I thought would have happened when they gave me the voucher. They denied it because my voucher was received after I'd already paid. My anger level at this point is about a 11, and I haven't even got my car back. So I messaged Tesla and I said, are you guys gonna reimburse me for this? Because it's not my fault. You guys were unresponsive. I Ubered myself to work out of my own pocket because you guys sent me a BS link and then ghosted me for a few hours. She didn't respond, but whatever. I still have my credits and I'm still pissed. I went and picked up my car after work. The Uber credits were still there and I was able to go and pick up my car. And just for the record, I removed all the aftermarket stuff from this side of the car, and unless Tesla wants to blame it on my floor mats that's making noises or my piggy that fell off, there's nothing aftermarket on this side of the car anymore. And guess what? We all know my car was not fixed. They blamed the squeaking noise coming from the side of my car on a factory sticker that was not removed, and they removed the sticker and they confirmed that the problem was fixed. My anger level at this point is like 15. The lady did end up responding and asked me if I would like Tesla to reimburse me for my Uber fare. I'm still trying to be polite and courteous at this point, and I said yes. And there's been no communication ever since. It's been more than a week now, and the last thing that she sent me was a link to Tesla's website teaching you about how to use the frunk and introducing what the frunk is. I kid you not, I can't make this stuff up. This lady is the biggest troll to have ever lived. Worst Tesla advisor ever. Like I said, Elon, hook me up with a cool job. I can sit there and write off these things all day. These are the geniuses at the service center that's helping clients out every single day. And I feel terrible because my girlfriend went through it with her car. I have now gone through with my car. My girlfriend's cousin actually has a Model Y as well. Her car has rattling noises coming from the outside. And like I said, I'm not making this up. They stuck something inside of her wheel and then they said it was fixed. They just stuck some sort of like, I don't even know what it is, like a napkin or something weird inside of her wheel or something, claimed it was fixed. Well, shortly after, that thing fell out and now the creaking is back. I have no idea how these people are doing their job at this service center. It is an absolute joke. My girlfriend canceled her appointment, the one that they had scheduled for the follow-up. I'm never going to make an appointment there again. Also, my girlfriend's cousin is never going to go there again either. And for anyone watching who's local to me, I would never suggest you guys go there either. A couple days ago, I went to a different service center to see if there really was a problem with my frunk. And I was still convinced that there's something wrong with that frunk. The service advisor at the second location was very nice, very professional, very courteous. After I explained to him my tragic experience at my first interaction, he brought out the service technician from his shop that was still there, and he was super nice and even more professional. They both came out, they looked at the car. The tech was actually fixing something in the back already. He was working, but he still had the courtesy and he made the exception to come out and kind of look at my car for me. He even offered to go on a test drive with me to kind of hear out what my concerns were with the side of my passenger side. And get this, both of them confirmed that there was something wrong with my front. And get this, the technician that came out actually fixed my front. He fixed my front after looking at it and trying it out. I kid you not, I opened it for him, he closed it, told me to open it one more time, and he knew what the problem was. He fixed it for me in literally 2 minutes. He did more in 2 minutes than the first service center did for me in 2 days. However, now we have to live with this creaking noise for like another month because their appointments are so far out. My girlfriend's been living with this creaking noise every day, going to work on her commute for like 3 months already. Me, on the other hand, it's not as bad because my sound isn't as serious and noticeable, but I can definitely hear it getting worse and worse every day, just like hers. If the first service center just had competent workers and that knew what they were doing, not cutting corners, then we wouldn't have to deal with this. And get this, the first interaction that I had with the service advisor that made the appointment for me, and he was never there, when I was talking to him and voicing my concerns, one of the technicians actually came up to him and they brought up one of these. They said the creaking noises and squeaking noises were gone after I removed this. Me, as a third party listening in on this, I'm just like, this is making a creaking noise. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know where they put this thing, but normally this thing will not make any creaking noises. And the service advisor actually said, okay, he's like, you've double checked it's gone, right? And the guy was like, yeah, it's gone. And he's like, okay, write it off, good job, dude. And I'm just like, sitting there, I'm like flabbergasted. I'm just like, is this what's going on when we as customers drop off our cars with you guys? You guys are just blaming it on random small things and like just writing it off to get people out? I couldn't help but think that that's what's going on with everybody's cars at this location. Like my car, my girlfriend's car, my girlfriend's cousin's Model Y. I'm just so shocked and I couldn't believe my ears. Anyways, the moral and message I'm just trying to convey here and broadcast for anybody who's watching is that when you guys bring your car in for servicing for noise problems, it's a good idea to remove all your aftermarket accessories. In my car, because I'm testing out so many accessories, I'm pretty loaded on accessories here, but I know it's not one of the accessories. I'm not stupid. I thought I was stupid and I gave the Tesla employees the benefit of the doubt. Not ever again. I took off all the accessories when I drove my car in for service. Going back to the moral is that when you guys are bringing in your car for servicing, just try to take out everything that you can. There's some stuff that's probably glued in or whatever like that. Whatever, just leave that there. But paper, keys, anything that's loose, that's flying around, check that first before you bring in your car for servicing, because sometimes it could be that. Sometimes it could be we put something somewhere and we forget. But don't give Tesla a chance to blame something on you. Try to limit that as much as you can. Don't give them opportunity to write something off. I'm not saying all service centers will do this. Sure, they might make some bullshit thing up, like there was a sticker from a factory. That is out of my control, right? I can't control that. They blamed the first service on an accessory. Okay. They blamed mine on a sticker. A sticker is making creaking noises in my car. The lady was patronizing me. She was super stuck up. It seemed like she just had no respect and she just was trying to get me out and didn't want to help me. I'm not someone who normally gets offended easily or gets mad easily, but I got so pissed from this experience, how my girlfriend has been treated through this. She's been living with her creaking noises for 3 months. That's not something that anybody should have to go through. Anyways, rant is over. I have this random scratch kind of thing. Don't think it was there when I first dropped off my car. I can't really say anything. My girlfriend's frunk is more misaligned than it was before. Keep you guys updated and posted on all this stuff that's going on with our cars. I also wrote a letter to their executive office. I don't think anything's gonna happen, but I wanted to voice my opinion because I really don't feel like how we were treated is acceptable. I don't want anybody else getting treated like this. I for sure know that they are. We are taking time out of our schedules. Essentially what these guys are doing, at least in my service center, is just writing this stuff off, getting us out. I don't know if there's quotas they need to hit. I don't want to have you guys need to waste your time and have you guys run into this kind of stuff too. Like I said, I wrote an executive letter complaint. I mailed it out today. Today's date is April 2nd. I very thoroughly explained what happened. I feel like as a YouTuber, well, I mean, I'm such a small YouTuber, I don't think I can even call myself that yet. As an individual then, as an individual who has some say and has some viewers, who has experienced and gone through this firsthand, I do not wish this to happen upon anybody else. Accessories video is coming out after this one, I promise. I just felt like I really needed to get this PSA out for people that I can potentially help, so that I can save you some time, I can save you some effort, I can save you money, anyone that I can to save the headache that I have to go through, that I still have to go through because of this, because I truly care about you guys. Anyways, I'm off to work on my accessories video now. This is David signing off. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this to the end if you guys listened to the story. If you guys did listen to the whole story, comment down below the word rattle so I know that you guys watched the whole video. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know if this is an ongoing thing, if this is actually a really common thing, if this has happened to you guys. I really want to know. I think it really varies from service center to service center. I just happen to get put into probably the worst one ever, one of the worst advisors ever, and I'll keep you guys posted as well on what goes on with my 5-page executive letter complaint. Anyways, thanks again so much for watching till the end, guys. This is David here signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be the accessories video, I promise. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Really want, and if I can, helicopter just went by. I lost my train of thought.